Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of While We Play here on the GamesAid channel. And today we are joined by Eleanor from Yaldi Games, and we're going to be playing their cute, wholesome, cozy game Out and About. So thank you so much for taking your time to talk to me today and to showcase your game. If you just want to give a quick, brief overview of Out and About and Yaldi Games.
Yeah, so I founded Yaldi Games in 2020, and my whole mission with the game studio was that we create beautiful, relaxing games, but with the twist that all of the knowledge inside the game is real, because I'm really curious and I love learning things. So I wanted to make a game studio where, you just can trust that whatever, you see in it are actually real things. So Out and About was actually inspired by my hobby of foraging, because I really enjoyed doing it with my parents and going out into nature and finding the plants and the mushrooms and the seaweeds. And I thought, oh, it would be really cool to have a game where all of these real plants are just there as part of the world, and you can gather them, you can learn about it. So yeah, that's why we made this game.
Cute. I remember doing that when I was a child too, running around and just like picking up random stuff and trying to say, what is this? What's this? So
Nut soup.
yeah. Don't
Yeah.
touch that. Actually, don't pick that up. That's poisonous. Don't touch that berry. You can't eat those ones. So yeah. I love the look of your game. Obviously, you guys took part in our Steam sale that we had recently this year, and it was lovely to meet you at a poker tournament during develop. So yeah, I thought why not have you guys come on here and so I can showcase your game to our viewers. So we're just gonna jump straight into the game, guys, and pick up from somewhere at the start, just after the tutorial area, just so we can get a better understanding of the game as we play through. So without further ado, guys, let's jump straight into the game. Here we are, out and about. And this is our cute little character here. Do they have names, or it's just the names that you give them whilst you're creating a character?
I mean, yeah, you can name them, and you can make them look whatever you want. Like we put a lot of thought into the different eyes and nose and hairstyles and hair colors, so you can just hopefully make yourself as close to yourself in real life as possible.
That's cool. That's cool. I love that. The multiple different character customize options. So where exactly are we now, and what's the next step? So it's saying here I need to interact with the ginkgo tree.
Exactly. So what's happening here is that we are at the end of the spring content. So we're using a save file that already played through the spring. So if you go up that path, and there's a very large ginkgo tree and like this kind of stone structure to the right, that's where you need to go. And then if you interact with that ginkgo tree, that's when we change the season. So it's actually quite interesting. If you look at some plants now, they're still in the spring season, right? So this is cleavers and stinging nettle, right? So you can, yeah, if you want, you can snap a picture and identify them.
Oh, cute. You found a stinging
Yeah,
nettle. I hate those. Packed with vitamins like spinach. When cooked as the heat removes the sting, its fibers were once used for rope and clothing. Oh, interesting. Oh, this is so cute. These are all the different plants you can discover.
exactly. Yeah, we have a lot of them. Yeah, these are
Oh,
all hand drawn by my sister. She's my lead artist.
oh, that's
And the
cute.
UI is also made by her. Yeah, and she's really talented.
I love that. I love the art direction and design. It's so cute and cozy. So sweet. And there's so much more we need to discover. Oh my god, look, the pages go on and on.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's true. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, if you click actually on one of these cards, you see like a more detailed view. Yeah, like that.
Ah,
So the full identifiers, the general information, that was all written by a biologist and foraging expert. And then we had an artist draw the more detailed plant collage images. And then I'm actually a person that has to assemble these plant collages, which is one of the very rare creative things or like artsy things I get to do. So it's
yeah.
actually quite fun. Yeah.
I love it. I love the art so much. It's so like unique to the style of the game. It fits so well.
Yeah, if you want, you can click on one of the plants and actually harvest. Like that's the whole. That's what's happening mostly in the game. Is like you walk around nature, you find a new plant, you have to identify it. So that's that part. So now you have to actually look at it and like, okay, what do we have here? Which one do you think it is? So right now
Oh,
you are looking at the stinging nettle card, but that doesn't look like a stinging nettle exactly. So maybe it's cleavers.
yeah. It looks like
So
it matches more with the way that this is showcasing here. So click the plant.
yeah, because
Ah,
this one only has leaves, right? So that's why you only needed to click once.
I
Once
see.
you have something like a berry shrub or something where you have, like a stem and then like a leaf and then a berry, then you have to click multiple things to identify it.
Okay. So you can't just click and discover the plant just by looking at it once. You need to identify all its different parts of the plant.
Yeah, you need to identify especially like every plant in a patch in order to harvest it, and like that's really important because like as you said in nature, you can come across some very poisonous things. Like
Yeah.
nature is wild. Like the amount of poison that's out there is insane. So you like we made this patch system so that you always we have this look-alike that is poisonous, some of them even deadly, and then the one that you can harvest. So yeah, now actually you're starting to take too much. That's kind of the health system in the game.
Oh no! Oh no! My bad. My bad.
One leaf.
I got too carried away with
Yeah, that's actually something that we saw a lot of players were doing. Some of them harvested so much in the first days of the game that they soft locked themselves. Oh, that was
Oh
that was
no.
we solved that now, but like yeah, we didn't anticipate that. But yeah, like, ultimately, if you harvest in real life, you should be mindful of not taking more than 50%. So that's where the health bar comes in.
Oh,
So
I
the health bar
see.
shows you this is how much you've harvested. And then the fact that you see these hand icons, that's actually like another sustainability system, which means that if you move now on to the next time slot, if you sold something and then you move on to the next time slot, these plants will be locked. Like you cannot harvest them anymore.
Oh wow.
Which
Okay.
means, yeah, which means you have to just, vary where you're going and what you're picking from. And ultimately, that's kind of what we want to teach people with this game. Like we can't just go and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to teach you foraging and not also teach them responsible foraging
Responsible
because
foraging. Okay.
yeah, like, don't want to be the types that just, find a patch of wild garlic and just like come with the trash, like the waste bins and then just put everything in there and then nothing's left. So that's not sustainable.
You gotta respect the wild.
Yeah. So you just picked really deadly plant there. If you want, you could go to the sorting table and like make sure that you filter that out.
Oh right.
It's
Okay.
actually it's a very beautiful one. I think it's always the beautiful ones that are,
I know, right?
extremely toxic.
Beautiful but deadly.
Yes. Okay, now that's if you want, you can click on the cards, like the actual icon there with the card on top of that option. Wait, if you move the cursor up a little bit. Yes, yes, sorry. It's a bit. So you can compare the image if you think that looks like that, and then you
Okay.
compare the other options.
Maybe not because.
You can move the object actually. Yeah.
Oh right.
I
Okay.
mean, that's a fun fact though. Like we already worked this feature. So if people are watching this video and we did the 1.0, then they will not see this rotating anymore. It'll just be like a beautiful model like laid out flat on this table. So
I see.
um so what do
Non-edible
you think?
autumn. Yeah, I think it might be this one.
Well, what's the other option? Let's go back and look. So we have wild garlic, okay. And then okay.
This one too, but it doesn't have this thing in the middle.
Yeah, because it's still spring. You
It's
didn't do the transition yet, so
oh
the
right.
flowers only pop up in summer.
Right. Okay. So this could be early
But
stages of
yeah, oh, you're right. The tricky thing about lily of the valley and white garlic is always if a leaf is
Oh,
coming together on one stem, or if it's a single stem, like leaf
okay.
on a stem. Of course, in real life, you would also smell the garlic smell, but
Right.
that should not be the only identifier you look out for.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a
Oh, this one because it's a little bit red, or the
yes.
color's a bit different here. So this should be ramps. There we go. Finish sorting. Okay.
Yes, will advance time. Like that's another thing, by the way. Like a lot of people, when they first played the game, they were confused by this. They were like, "Oh, why does it like advance time? I want to be able to do more or sort more." But we don't actually. Time doesn't mean anything in our game. It's not like Stardew Valley where you have only I don't know certain amount of days for each season. Like
Right.
you can spend as long as you want in the season. So time slots don't matter at all. Like you can do it, it's only when you actually have done all the quests and you can do them at your own time. That's when you can move on to the next season, which is where you are at. Like you could literally like move on to the summer season, and then you can see how the environment changes as well. I mean,
Oh,
the plants mostly.
that's cute. I love that it goes directly straight into your field guide once you've taken a picture of it. Yeah, I guess it's a bit different not having to panic or worry like, oh my gosh, I need to get home before midnight or otherwise I'm going to pass out and then I'm going to lose my stuff. Uh
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's all based on just foraging.
Yeah, I just really wanted to focus on a relaxing experience where, nature is in the foreground and nothing distracts you or makes you want to hurry. I think it's this game, it's all about nature, right? It's about connecting people to nature, giving them a better understanding of nature, which then increases their, like empathy towards it, because if they know it, they understand it, and then you know, they feel for it more. So
Yeah.
that's what happened to me when I started foraging, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. I love, discovering these things. This plant that I learned about, suddenly I see it in the garden from my parents, and I was like, have I just not seen that before? It wasn't there all the time, and that really is what we're seeing people say in reviews. So I love reading people's reviews.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. It's amazing. It's like they're so sweet, and they're like so kind, like saying how they see plants from the game now in real life, and how the game gets them interested in this topic, and maybe they go for walks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fun
That
fact, by the way, this is like one of the deadliest plants in the UK.
Oh, is it
Yeah,
actually? See,
yeah,
this is
it
where I'm
is.
just going to discover plants that I've probably seen so many times but just never really like registered it as like being deadly.
Yeah, yeah. It's you'd only see it if you are close to streams and water anyway, but it is a bit deadly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, this is looking a bit like that, but
a bit is though not enough in nature. I think you
yeah.
have to look at all
Oh, this
of.
one's a bit more. Okay, I'm just gonna go with that one. Yay! Cool. Okay, so
Yay.
what's with the currency and stuff? Um.
So we call these curiosity points.
Okay.
Yeah, because we want players to be curious, and by sorting plants, you get the curiosity points. And ultimately, I think a lot of the blockers in the world. So the game is kind of set in this cute like coastal community, and that community actually has an app, and it's called Our Porto, because the town is called Portobello. And in our portal you can unlock these projects, so you can upgrade the town, or you can remove a tree, like a fallen tree that blocks you from getting to another area. And curiosity points is one of the currencies that help you unlock some of these blockers. So
Okay.
um yeah, but there's like a daily limit. So it's, once you have earned, like, that's a blocker for it, by the way. Like, that was one of the fallen, like, rocks, and then up there. So yeah.
I love it. It's more of just like a relaxing experience to learn and discover new plants and stuff that you've probably seen in the wild before, but just never really understood what they were or what they do.
Yeah, exactly. And we have like a whole story as well. I mean, actually, the game turned out to have more story than I thought it would have. And I actually ended up having to, write it and do the like narrative design with my designer. And I don't think it's a masterpiece. I think it's cute, but honestly, like, I'm not made for this. That is not a good job for me. Like, uh, so I was like often so frustrated of like, okay, is this even good? Like, is it like, what can we do here? But it's nice that people who played the game, they actually say that they like the characters, and they also like that it's not this kind of saving the world story, but more of like, how can you improve your local surroundings? How can you make, the world better for your own community? And it's kind of like realistic, thing. And I do agree with some players who say that they really, they would like to live in this town, because I also think that, like, imagine a community where you are actually so progressive that you could have an app and people can actually, like, just, crowd fund certain parts of a community or
Yeah,
projects, and everyone's working together, and implementing these cool things like community gardens.
yeah.
And I mean, yeah, I would love that too. I mean, absolutely.
Being able just to freely walk around and discover things you didn't know about before and
Yeah,
then make stuff out of them. Like for this, for
yeah,
example, you can make pesto.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, pesto. I mean, honestly, rams and wild garlic are the most known foraged things, I'd say. I mean, rams for the North America region, and wild garlic for the rest of Europe, and people love them, and they love to make pesto, and it is really good. It's just like, I love wild garlic soup as well. It's
oh,
delicious,
yeah.
with potato. So
So with
yeah,
this
I mean,
section of the game, each, I guess, partner or other NPCs in the games have their own like specialities towards what they do.
that is, yeah, how we designed it, but then we are going to change that now. It's
Oh, really?
what you're currently playing is still the early access, right? So we are currently working on the actual mini games of, like, you make the pesto, which means that you put certain things in a, like, in a mixer and a smoothie maker, like that, and then you press, like, mix them together, and that's pesto, right? It has nuts, it has oil, it has plants.
Yeah.
And so we're currently building that, like, we are building these mini games. And I think what we are actually doing in the future is we will probably remove that. I mean, you will still choose who to cook with, but you won't get the bonus, because I think we're implementing like a way for you to just upgrade recipes yourself. So you can just upgrade a recipe to make it go from bronze to silver to gold,
Okay.
and you don't rely on the bonuses anymore. You know, in early access, games change,
Yeah.
and we just really wanted to do something that adds a bit more value to the, like, players, maybe long term. They can choose which recipes they want to specialize in, maybe, and, like, upgrading those first.
Yeah. 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 It's all about pacing and knowing the players and how they want to progress through each area without making them feel like, oh, you need to get through the story. It's
Yeah,
their own three.
which which reminds me, you have to press R, like, to get, on your cow.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, what? I didn't even know that. That's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you're playing a save file that, we already played on, so you all have this auto unlocked. If someone starts a new game, they don't automatically have, but
Oh yeah.
if you want,
How do
yeah,
you get the? How do you end up getting this mount?
it's one of Barbara's quest lines, and it's probably like not the most elegantly implemented, but we only developed Berta when we already had the spring chapter out. So we were like, okay, we have to put her somewhere. So we put her at the end of one of Barbara's quest lines. So after you do a lot of identifying in the Windmere Meadows area, that's when you get her.
Uh,
Which, yeah, by the way, if you want, you can probably open the map and see which, yeah, like you can teleport around.
Oh my gosh, the map is huge.
I can recommend the Windmere Meadows. I really like it. It's, oh yeah, it's actually more to the even more to the right. Yeah, like if you even more. Yes,
Oh, here.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. It's the arrows that are the teleporting points. Yeah,
Okay, cool. This is so cute though. You got a little beach down here. This is more like the town,
yeah,
more rocky areas. Wow, it's oh my
yeah.
god, this
Yeah, there's a lake. You could do stand-up paddling there. We did that for the summer update. So you don't have teleports there currently because that you actually only discover this lake in the summer chapter, and
okay.
because it's an older save file, you don't yet have this like hidden map. So currently, like what we have is that we don't show all the map at the beginning. So you have to go to these meditation spots and you have to unlock part of, like, it's like Assassin's Creed.
It's like
It's
Assassin's
like,
Creed Analyze. Yeah.
and it's fun, it's a nice little thing. And yeah, if you ever been to Edinburgh, you should know that gorse is everywhere in Holyrood, like park, and I was inspired very much by that. I was like, we need gorse in this game, it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh yeah. I love this. I love
Yeah,
the design of like just the world in general. It's so cute.
I love how this area in particular changes when you transition to summer. Like if you go down to the lower parts of this meadow, you will see that it's just a normal meadow. There's nothing really there, right? It's just grass.
Yeah.
But if you then actually go through, like the ginkgo tree and you interact with it, and then it's summer, bam! Suddenly you have like lots of fireweed there, and
Oh, okay. So the
yeah, I
seasons
think
change with the type of plants that are form.
yes, yes. So you see a lot of the fireweed. I love that plant. It's beautiful and like pink, and I dried it and made a tea from it myself. It's really cool. It's
Oh yeah.
also all over Holyrood Park. Yeah.
It's cute.
Yes, with the yew tree. It's also very deadly, extremely deadly. It's actually used for cancer research now.
Oh really? Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
because it's so good at killing human cells
Oh, okay.
that they're trying to use it for cancer
Bright green
against
twip
cancer.
tips. Oh, this is the different sections of the thing you were telling me about.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then next to it, you've got, yes, exactly, perfect. You've
Oh,
got the Norway
Norway
spruce.
spruce. Okay. Oh wait,
Yes.
these are pine cones.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a pine tree, but it's a spruce tree, and so it's yes, spruce. Is it spruce cone? I guess it's a bit rough with the English words, but
No, it's fine.
you can see that you can see the difference there. So the yew, is very flat
Yeah.
structure, and the spruce has this very all around the stem kind of growing needles, and I mean, I made so much. I think the spruce was one of my very very first things that I made. I made like a jelly with it. So by putting the tips in water and like infusing them, probably for a few hours, or even like warm infusion, so like on the hob, and then you filter them out, and then you have that water which smells like the spruce tips, and then you put the gelling sugar in, and then you just make a marmalade, like a jelly, right?
Oh wow.
Tastes really good. I was like such a fan. I was like, oh my god. And then I made a honey with it, mostly by using brown sugar instead of gelling sugar, and then boiling it way too long. And I was like, oh, it's a honey now. um,
Oh wow.
and uh, and a syrup is similar, just not the boiling too long part.
Yeah.
It's great. My mom still makes it every year now for her salad dressings. Like,
That's so crazy. It's the stuff that you wouldn't think about doing normally. Like you'd think, oh, I need to go to the shops to buy these things, but obviously some things you can't go out and buy. Like you can forage it yourself or just discover it in the wild and be like, oh, let me see
Yeah.
what I can make with this thing.
Yeah, I mean, maple syrup, right? I mean, there's probably a lot of syrups you could make so that you don't technically need to buy it because it's very expensive and it also takes a lot of water and
Yeah.
resources. But yeah, that's I think that's my mom loves making salads and she uses these types of syrups for the salads and it makes a huge difference. Really, they taste amazing. Like it's the Germans we love salads. We make a lot of salads.
Yeah, I love a good
We
salad
have
too.
potato salad. We have noodle salad.
Oh,
But
potato salad is so good.
I know, I love it.
What is this one? Blackberries. Oh, see, that's found a lot in the UK.
Yes, oh, that's true. I saw so many like in Edinburgh as well. You would
Yeah,
just walk down a random street and then there was like blackberry like just kind of growing out, and I was like,
yeah. There was I used to live near a canal and I would walk down the same path every day and there would be blackberries, um, apples,
oh,
just growing on trees. And yeah, it's just really cool to see it because I'd walk there every single day. So it was really cool just to see how much they grow over time and pears as
mm.
well.
Oh
Um,
my God,
yeah,
delicious.
all just in the wild because they're just
Wow.
growing on these paths. Um, so yeah, free fruit.
Honestly, yeah, that's what foraging is. Just like free food,
Yeah,
Like,
there's a common ivy. Oh, these are poisonous, right?
technically, the berries are, of course, like you should not eat the berries.
Yeah,
It's interesting how the leaf shape changes, when like around where the berries grow. But like the leaves themselves, yeah, you should not eat them. But it's funny, yeah, we have edible here. It's more like usable, so you
right.
can use them, and that's like you could boil it, and it can make this kind of natural soap. Like you could just use it as like for dishes, or you can put it in a like what is it, like a washing machine? When you do your laundry. Thought that was really cool. Oh yeah, and that's the forest bathing.
So what does this mean? Discover new areas by forest bathing. Follow the golden beams to discover forest bathing locations.
Well, you're technically on a save file that was happened before we introduced that feature. So technically what forest bathing is in the beginning. It was just, a relaxing spot for you to sit down and just, have a nice camera movement and just kind of take it in,
Yeah,
take a breather.
that's
But
cute.
then we hooked it up to that system of unlocking the areas. So you don't
Oh,
see that because your map is that old. Um, you see everything kind of situation.
oh yeah. I haven't even foraged anything. Too busy discovering things and forgetting to actually forage stuff. It's
Yeah, so
toxic.
if
Uh-oh.
well, yeah, it sucks if you eat it, but it's really great if you use it for salves. Like I made the decoction, so that's happened. But if you boil something for 20 minutes, it's not a tea anymore. It's more like a decoction, and so I made that with field horsetail, and then I
Okay.
just put it on my skin. It has a lot of silicea, and like it's really good because of that. So yeah, big fan. Also, fun fact, like these, even though like they now are maybe growing like 30 centimeters or 40 centimeters tall, right? They used to be like before, I think it's before the ice age, right? They used to be as tall as trees. And like when I read
What?
that, I was like, what? Yeah. So it's like that is so cool. You could kind of imagine it from their structure, because they have these interesting like kind of rings of the stem, but like, how can that happen? How can something that was like that big and then like
Yeah.
change entirely?
I wonder what happened. Maybe it's just the environment or whatever. It's
It's
just
just, yeah, I'm not. I mean, actually, that's where my knowledge stops, right? I'm jack of all trades,
yeah.
master of none. But I read these facts and I'm like, wow, it's so cool. It's so fascinating. I just love learning these random things.
Well, yeah. Well, you've got a whole game based around it, I guess. So Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that you're able to rotate and examine the items in more detail.
Yeah, unfortunately, we removed that feature. um, but that's why I said a lot of these things that you were seeing in the sorting table, they were like the first model of one of the plants, right? And a lot of times they were not up to the quality of what the rest of the game looks like, because the plants, the world models of plants, they need to be very low poly, right? We have a lot of these in the scene, like we need to make them small. And so, it could be that you're looking at a strawberry, and because of the sorting, it gets scaled up really big, but then you can clearly see that it has so like only a few polygons, and then it looks so
Right.
cubey, like such a cubey strawberry, and it's like, and that's why we changed it. And then, like in the future, now when we release the 1.0, it will just be the perfectly looking model, probably a pile actually, like of the same kind,
Right.
and that will just sit on that table. And yeah, you can't rotate anymore at that point. But the quality will be much better. It will look much better.
Yeah, more quality of life if you're playing through the game and making it for a long amount of time, and you're discovering, oh, maybe we'll just keep it like that and it will still give the same result. Um, yeah, it still works.
Yeah, yeah.
Sea beats. I'm
Yes.
discovering so much stuff just from playing this.
Do you have like
Um,
an ocean or coastal side next to you, or not?
no, I got more parks than anything like that.
Yeah, when I was in Edinburgh, it was really easy. Just take the bus, just
Yeah.
30 minutes. You're like an Aberlady or like something, and it's just immediately the beach. And I picked so many seaweeds. It was so cool. It's so cool that a lot of the seaweeds, I mean, all of them are actually edible. It's just that it's more about the water quality. So you don't want to go foraging somewhere where it's just not a good water quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried going through that. I'm not a car.
Yeah. See, these are the community projects. So, because you're playing that same, you haven't done that yet. So, if you actually open the phone with like by pressing F, you can see that you have these apps, and then the one with the houses, that is actually the app for our portal,
Oh,
and
cute.
that's yeah, that is that kind of project app for the town, and you could complete or make some of these projects. So like this one, it would cost you like the town treasury and the curiosity coins. Which, fun fact, like this silver currency will also not exist anymore.
Okay.
I feel like I'm just pointing out things that won't exist anymore, but it's for a good purpose. Like clearly, four currencies is too much, and
Yeah.
also we wanted to put the focus more towards the people helping each other, and not towards like the town takes taxes and then projects get funded by the taxes. So in the future, it's just going to be community spirit. So it's like you help people, you get community spirit. You do a market, you get community spirit, and then you unlock these projects with curiosity points and
Yeah.
community spirit.
I love that. I love that there's a little community element to the game as well. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. The environment will change significantly. Like this, like we're now working on the autumn update, right? And as part of the autumn update, we have a person in a wheelchair, and this area is just not accessible to them. You see the stairs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so it's gonna be about, okay, how can we make this area more accessible? And so a lot of it, I mean, it's not like the forest will change, but the path will change. And yeah, which is really that's nice. Like it's a nice system to work with,
Yeah.
even though um we could have, like, if we had more time or resources, we could have put more time towards making these kind of mini games where you actually have more, like you do something and then something changes or upgrades. But currently we just have that, you press a button and then wait for the next day and then it changes and updates. So indie games, you have limitations. Maybe
Yeah.
you
Of
don't want
course.
yourselves. It's just the reality of things. Yeah, if you want, you can actually advance to summer. Like that's the ginkgo tree. You found it.
Hey, I found it. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, you'll see like probably like an animation we really need to update. Yeah, the change from spring to summer is not that apparent in that foliage, but from summer to autumn it will be much more.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it
Yeah.
completed. The fallen tree removal has been completed. That's so cool.
Yay. If you want, you can now teleport to the windmere meadows, and then you can see that difference. Like the spring versus summer plants, because that I think is just the nice bit about the whole having seasons.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. What is this calendar for? Are these things people are asking you to do, like little mini
Yeah,
quests?
daily quests. Yeah, it's just different kinds of daily quests.
Can you pick them
You
all
can
up?
find. Well, well, it's your decision. Like these ones are easy, I guess. Because okay, well, it's actual cooking, and then some are um, picking things. So that's just a tutorial.
That's cool. Okay, right. Let me teleport to that. What did you say I needed to go?
Oh yeah, like that windmill meadow over to the right. Yes, exactly. If you teleport like there or like to the other one, I mean, um, you'll see just all the flowers that popped up now.
Oh, cute. There we go.
Yay! That's fireweed. Love it. It's so beautiful.
Oh, so cute. Hold on. Get a nice picture of these.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. We are also working on photo quests. So in the future, you can actually use that camera to take to take pictures that you need for photos. So for example, the quest could say, "I need a picture of this mountain," and like, and then there's maybe three objects that need to be in the frame, and you need to find the best spot of like from where to take the picture.
I love that. I love that. That definitely suits your game a lot. If you're already having to go around and take pictures of new plants and stuff like that already, then yeah, why not
Mhm.
implement a quest system where you have to use your camera for something else?
Absolutely. Yeah. By the way, there's a trash can there. You could click on that. Yeah.
Oh,
Whoop.
there you
That's the
go.
trash.
For the
Yeah.
environment, nice.
Yeah.
Is it more like in Stardew, for example, like a community board where you gotta like try and discover all of the certain type of plant?
Well, yeah. I mean, the field guide is that place, and we are still working on achievements. So we haven't. The early access doesn't have achievements. So that's also part of the 1.0. So that will, of course, be a big part of achievements, like how many plants have you found and gathered and like identified, and then how many recipes have you cooked.
Oh, okay, using those different plants.
Yes. I mean, you should know these. These are daisies.
Yeah, I
They're
know.
everywhere.
Can I take it from the stem or no?
There's just the flowers and the leaves. Like we had to. It's not ideal. I feel like there's so many decisions you can make in game design, but you have to make these compromises. So in this case, because we knew that okay, some recipes only need the flowers, some recipes can use the leaves. So we only had to make those two categories because what if you press on a stem and it has a flower attached to it, then it would need it's just more work because you need to gather the stem, but you first would need to check if it has a flower, and if it has a
Oh,
flower, like remove the flower or remove the leaves, and otherwise it would look weird. It's yeah, like in games you often don't see what can actually be a tremendous amount of work, or like just maybe amount of work that is not fitting to the value it brings. So that's the decisions you have to make. It's like, okay, is this amount of work, does it fit the value that this feature will bring to the game or not? And then you have
yeah.
to compromise.
Yeah, there's a lot
At least,
of
yeah.
in terms of design. There's a lot of like things you gotta balance out. Like, is it worth keeping this to change it or make it different or anything like that? That would still
Yeah.
not impact or change the game completely, but just make it more easier for the development side of things and the players' um,
Yeah, I
experience.
mean, ultimately, everything in the game is the time of, um, like one of the team members, and we only have one programmer. So, like in these decisions, like, do we need, to be able to click the stem, and like, is it worth the amount of time to put in these checks and like make it polished, and like, because if you just have one programmer, then it's you have to really make tough decisions. You're like, okay, you know,
Yeah,
he needs to do a lot of things, and yeah, that's tricky. I think like as indie games, we're operating on smaller budgets, and we have only a few people, so we can't do everything. I mean, even though we wish we could, there's just there's not enough time. Also, there's lack of knowledge. Like this was our first game,
wow.
and for example, the reason why we chose a unisex body is mostly because we just did not know how we're going to have clothing that could then adapt or change to two different body shapes. Just
Yeah,
we're like, how does that work? And like we would love to have made these scalable bodies. Oh, that's so cool. But like you need a person that really knows about tech art,
yeah,
like here's the animated object, or the animated body, or the model of the pullover. And then if the body is scaled, like how does that model of the sweatshirt like adapt to that? Just didn't have, we just don't know. And then we were like, oh, we can't do that. Like that is massive unknown. And like we just have
yeah,
no
yeah.
idea how to do it.
As long as
So
you have
yeah.
the basics of like a character model done, and it still works for everyone, to still be able to create a character that they would like or think looks cool, um, then yeah, all of the additional things and add-ons and stuff like that, and make it more specific. Um, it's like something you add on later on if it's you really something you really want to change.
Hmm. Yeah, you just completed that trash quest. That's why you got that pop up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I noticed that. That's what it said. I needed to find one more. So it's cool that
Ah, yeah, you
I
were
thought I
hunting.
had to go and like try and find him and then actually hand it in. But it's cool that I could just go into the calendar and just hand it in straight from there.
Yeah, honestly, we had the go to Danny before. No, it's just not fun, like having to walk or teleport somewhere.
Yeah, it's
Um,
time consuming and it can be a drag sometimes. Um, but you have like the teleport feature a part of the game, so I guess that
yeah.
helps a little bit. But yeah, if it's on like a notice board, not having to run to the notice board every single time to like pick up new quests or hand them in, that helps a lot. Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah. I think so. We do have a screenshot feature, which means that if you don't have that yellow, like orange, like circle in the middle of the camera, then you literally take a screenshot of like the environments. If you wanted to have a beautiful shot of the world, you could get your camera out and you can take a picture, and it would be saved in your Steam screenshots. But you can deactivate it.
oh
We
right,
make sure.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
mushrooms. Wait, these are the first mushrooms I've seen. Hold on.
Mm. These ones are very interesting. It's one of my absolute favorite.
Parasol.
Yeah, love the parasol mushroom.
A giant creamy cap up to 30 centimeters wide, soft and meaty for veggie schnitzel. The fibrous stem makes great stock powder, but beware of lookalikes like the false parasols. Ooh.
Yeah, it's like the cap can just be really big. Yeah, like it's so nice if you actually find one in the woods. It's like, oh my god, or in the fields. Like we grew up in both regions, and it's like We made the most amazing schnitzel, like my family and I, as like
Oh yeah.
with that mushroom. Yeah, it tasted a lot better than meat. If you could just get parasol mushrooms anywhere, then I think you could definitely not eat meat anymore.
I do like
It's so good.
mushrooms. There's so many different variants too. It's probably like one of the vegetables that has like loads of different variants to it.
Yeah, you can harvest it now. Yeah, like it has a different. Oh yeah, you need a mushroom brush. That actually means you need to go to the general store and get the
Oh,
brush, and then you can. It's a different mini game actually. It's like about cleaning. So you have these like piles of dirt on the mushroom, and so.
where's the general store?
Oh yeah, it's in town, so you could teleport. Yeah, to this one exactly, and then I can guide you there. Yeah, the town is very. Oh yeah, so go to the left exactly, and then go up the stairs just like you did before. And the general store will just be along that
Oh yeah,
path.
I think I remember seeing it running past it earlier.
It's like a blue building.
There it
So
is.
yes, exactly.
Cool. Okay, so we need to get a mushroom brush that costs 100 coins. Out of stock.
Correct.
Cool.
You can
Okay,
also get you can also get the other stuff if you want.
I've got enough credits.
Yeah.
I can increase my
Oh
my
yeah, you
basket.
can buy baskets. You can I mean, yeah, you could buy cute like
Oh,
accessories and
cool.
clothing.
Okay, cool. So the general store just actually just sells a bunch of loads of different stuff. That's really cool. Oh, I like this.
Yeah, like we wanted to have the tailor actually have a lot of outfits, but then because we were in the early access and then we released the spring chapter, and we this character was not ready yet, like in terms of the all of it. The story was just designed kind of in the beginning without him, and so he came in the summer chapter. But then of course you have this problem of like, okay, well, we're gonna have to put the clothes somewhere. And then it just turned out that the general store has the general clothing,
Yeah.
and then the tailor, he will have his own. He makes dyes and stuff from foraged plants, flowers, berries. So the outfits he has always have the dye of like the color of like the
Okay.
natural colors, the natural dyes you can get from the real world plants. So we wanted to, tell people a bit about dyes and how cool it is. You could get stinging nettle. You can gather stinging nettle. You can just make a dye with that, and then if you have like a white T-shirt, you can just you know get the most amazing kind of green or like olivey green color. Just
That's cool.
really
You can
cool.
do multiple different type of things, not just cooking. You can do all of that stuff too.
Yeah.
I love that instead of running, you're skipping. Oh,
Yeah.
let me actually go to do those mushrooms first before we end the day.
Yes, you can go. Yeah, I was there at the windmill.
Is it this one, right?
Oh, both of them work. It's just from this one you just walk through the gorse. Yay!
Yeah, as soon as a mount is introduced, I use it every time.
Of course. Why not?
Okay, cool. So now we need this little brush. Yay, there we go. Cute. It is very wholesome and cozy, this game. I won't lie. This false parasol needs time to regenerate. Okay, so I still need to give it time to... before I forest it?
Yeah, we It makes, of course, a lot more sense with plants than with mushrooms. But in games, you create a system, and then it's like, oh, I guess it's for both.
Yeah.
It's yeah, you can't harvest it again. Like that was the idea was just to make sure that you have to do a little bit more strategic like planning. So this is only blocked until the next market. So you can see that it's like 2 days until market. So 2 days, that means like 2 times 4 time slots.
Okay.
So after that, they will be free to harvest again. So it's not too punishing, but it does introduce that dynamic. You have to think about, what do I harvest, where do I harvest it, and yeah, I think it's nice for people to think about that. The nice thing about foraging is that it feels like an adventure. You can roam through the woods, and just like keep an eye out for something, and then maybe you find something, maybe you don't, but you had a really great walk, and then
Yeah.
like you maybe you had a beautiful view or had some interesting thoughts. So I think the more we can get people out and about,
Out and
the
about.
better, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, so these are all the available quests that I can just keep tracked. Oh, you can only do like 3 at a time or 2 at a time?
You can only see 3 at a time,
Ah,
yeah, but
okay.
you can do a lot of them, yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah.
Is this lavender?
Yes, yeah, because you skipped to the summer season, right?
Oh,
Before there
yeah.
was nothing, and now there's lavender.
Cute.
Yeah, lavender is so good, has so many benefits. Crazy.
I love that if people already like a specific plant or fruit or vegetable and they want to learn more about it that they didn't know facts about, this game is a great way to do that.
Yeah.
The basket's full now.
See, that's when you need to do the sorting.
So cute.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see. See, that's what I mean with the scaling. The model is just not that great. So, in the future, this will look much
oh yeah, because the daisy generally is quite
better.
small, but it hit on the table, it's massive.
Yeah, we need to scale these things up. Like we needed to generate like a generalized box, and the objects only scale to the size of the invisible box. But that means that for some objects, they scale really big, and like this one just stays normal. Like
Yeah,
it doesn't get scaled because it already fills the box. So
yeah.
that was the tricky one. Yeah.
There we have it. Um,
Mhm.
I've had so much fun playing your game and just discovering a bunch of things I didn't know and learning about
Mhm.
new plants. It's the definition of cute, cozy, wholesome games. So you've definitely nailed it on the head with creating a game that delivers that. So yeah, I really appreciate you coming out and giving me your time to showcase out and about. Um, yeah, is there any last words that you have that you would like to say?
I mean, honestly, just hope that whenever people play it, they appreciate and love nature just a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. So yeah, if you guys do want to go and check out and About, I will leave a link in the description for you guys to go and check out the game yourself, wishlist it, buy it. And yeah, if you want to go and follow Yaldi, I will also leave a link to their socials down in the description. But without further ado, thank you so much, everyone, for watching today's episode. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you're a developer and wants to be part of our series too, drop us a comment and hopefully you can be part of one of these series. But thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all in the next episode. Bye bye.
Bye.